understanding inventory is a lot like understanding what goes on in your refrigerator. What do we have inside this very nice looking refrigerator? We have 3 bottles of glorious root beer. If you go out and buy a 6-pack, 6 more, how many do you have in total? You're going to have 9 bottles of root beer. Duh, right? Why are we bothering to talk about this? You've known how to do that since grade school. What does this have to do with accounting? But let's say when you return to your apartment, your roommate has a sheepish look on his face and he says, "Sorry, dude, I drank 4 of your root beers. How many do you have left?" Again, you don't need to be in accounting class to understand that it's obvious that you have 5 root beers remaining. The 9 that you started with minus the 4 that your roommate tells you that he drank. So what does this have to do with accounting? Well, we can understand the inventory equation if we remember that we already understand the flow of goods in and out of our refrigerator. The inventory equation says that you've got a beginning balance plus purchases minus usage or consumption, and that will equal your ending balance. So to put this in terms of what was going on in the refrigerator, we had 3 bottles in the fridge. We bought a 6-pack. That gives us what inventory analysts would call the goods available, right? The number of bottles that could have been consumed would have been the 3 plus the 6 or the 9. That's the goods available for usage, for consumption, for sale. Minus any usage or consumption, which are the expense amounts or the cost of goods sold, and then that would have been the 4 that the roommate told you that he drank, and that would leave you your ending balance. But what if when you left the apartment for a while and you came back and your roommate wasn't home? You still think there's 9 bottles in the refrigerator. And then when you open the fridge, you see only 5 bottles in the fridge. Your first thought will be, hey, I should have 9 bottles. It will be obvious to you that someone drank 4 of the root beers. If you believe there was supposed to be 9 and there's only 5 bottles in there, somebody drank 4 root beer. So what? So it really doesn't matter how the information is given to you. Either you're told the consumption, right? The roommate comes clean right up front and says, "Yo, dude, I drank 4 bottles." Or you open up the fridge and instead of seeing 9, you only see 5 bottles in there. It doesn't matter if you're told the usage, which is the expense, or if you're told the ending balance. You can always use the inventory equation to solve for the missing amount. And the inventory equation is beginning balance plus purchases minus the ending balance to give you the usage, or if you're told the usage, the beginning balance plus the purchases minus that usage will give you the ending balance. And you can always use this equation to solve for the usage and thereby understand what amount needs to be recorded for a supplies adjustment, or later on when we get to the inventory analysis, what needs to be recorded to cost of goods sold.